What are you up to? You want a biscuit? Sit then. Come on then. Look at the size of them bloody danglies. Jesus Christ. That's what you call a pair of bollocks. Right, let's go. Good morning once again and welcome back. I'm out on the trusty Tracer today. Quite enjoyed being off this week. I'm not going to want to go back to work. Unfortunately I will have to, unless I win that lottery tomorrow night. It's Thursday today. Thursday the 12th of June. I hope we're all well. These nice days are too good to miss when you've got a motorbike, aren't they? Especially when you're off work. And I don't ride this enough, so I thought we'll get it out and have a go on it. And I was just about to go up, bloody window cleaner came. So it set me back half an hour, but not too worried about that, are we? One of the videos that's going to be posted soon on the Royal Enfield, for some reason I recorded it in 1080 on super night mode. Don't ask me how I did that because I haven't got a clue. Probably pressing buttons that I shouldn't have been pressing, knowing me. But I think it's still turned out alright because this camera's pretty good, but I won't know that until I've edited it, which I'll be doing maybe this weekend or maybe even today. I don't know. I don't know when you're going to see it though, when it pops up. Oh, it is a lovely sounding bike, this. Love this triple engine. I've owned it be 4 years next month. Where does time go, eh? It seemed 2 minutes since I was buying it. Tell you what though, wind noise is more pronounced on this. Even with this shorty screen on. Keep looking at ways of taking it off altogether, see if I can get like a blanking screen for front. If anybody knows of one, can you let me know please? Because it'll be going on. Yeah, I'll be back at work next Monday. Back to the same old grind. Going out for an hour in the morning on bikes if weather's good. Then coming back, getting ready for work. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? Definitely a more serious bike this than Royal Enfield. It really flies this when you want it to. So I'm told, that is. Bit of traffic about this morning. Didn't expect this. It's just going to be another general rambling session, this. Some would call it talking rubbish. My wife does. But then what does she know, eh? We'll go a slightly different way today. This is a beautifully balanced bike, this. And I've mentioned before, since I had those Road 6 tyres put on, it's even better. Just feel planted. Turn up this one. Road air closed, where's that? Oh, this one. So we're not going up there then. More roadworks yet again. We'll continue on this way. I don't come out this way often, so it'll be a change. I adjusted the chain on this a little bit yesterday. It feels a lot better already. And I mentioned in one of my other videos that Paget said it was slightly out of spec, but I've adjusted it by maybe about 10 mil. So perhaps they were right after all. And then they generally are. They've got a mechanic there that's been trained by a bloke from Japan to work on, is it Honda HRC race bikes? And believe me, he knows what he's doing. There is no better mechanic anywhere. Into West Yorkshire. Nice bends here, eh? Guy on his BM there. A K1600 or an RT, I didn't notice. Turn left here. surrounded by countryside, aren't we? Must admit we don't do too bad. When weather's nice, that is. Different story when it's not. I think I came on these roads the day that I bought the Tracer, you know. I seem to remember. Fell in love with this bike as soon as I saw it. For very good reason. Completely different vibe to Royal Enfield. I've got the CBR reassembled again, all the fairings are back on. I've just got to check everything. Then I'm going to book it in for an MOT. We're hoping to get it in this week, but it's not happened. That's because I've been riding. But hopefully it'll go through. It's sounding a little bit better. Could do having another go at that car balancing. Like I said before, though, I've never done it before. So I went out on a limb, had a go at it just to see what happened. Oh, bumpy. And it does sound slightly better. Luke don't think so. He said it sounds exactly the same as before, but I don't think it does. Real test is when I take it out for a ride, isn't it? And look at this lot here. This is all we need. Bloody cyclists. Not that I hate cyclists, of course. They'd have taken some getting past if you were in a car, wouldn't they? A bit breezy up here. We can stand that though, can't we? Sorry if you're getting a bit of wind noise. It's quite windy around my helmet. I reset the trip meters yesterday and miles per gallon average, and according to this it's doing 65 miles per gallon. If that's true, it's not bad, that, is it? For an 850cc engine. I know they call it a Tracer 900, but why do they do that when it's an 850? Why don't they just call it a Tracer 850? Marketing guys or gals. I had an afternoon in garden yesterday, tidying that up. If I keep her indoors happy, then I can do more riding, can't I? On a right here. That means right, by the way, for those of you that are not from Yorkshire. Right means right. Same as I'll see thee means goodbye. So it's are we alright? Good? Yeah, alright, I'll see thee later. That's Yorkshire talk for goodbye, I'll see you next time. If you think that's strong Yorkshire, try speaking to an old miner. Even I can't understand them. Because this area was predominantly coal mines. Not so much this end, but more Barnsley end and Grimethorpe and Goldthorpe and all that area. And out into Rotherham and places like that. In fact, we had a coal mine not far from us. Because when we bought a house, we had to have a mining survey done. Make sure there were no coal seams under us or shafts and stuff like that. Luckily there weren't. God, he's very busy. He's never waited to... He's waited to win at middle for that. He's nowhere near it. There's nowhere coats like that's going to be 14'9" high. If they are, then we've got a problem. Child. These can be a weird lot, you know, from Penistone. By weird, I mean a lot of people used to say that they were all inbred. I don't know if they are, but if they are, then that's their business, isn't it? I feel a bit more comfortable now on bikes, no real riding that I've done this week. And all means as well. We've got a weird language, haven't we, from Yorkshire, especially from South Yorkshire. At least we know what we're talking about. That's about, by the way, about. I could do with putting subtitles up. I used to try and change my accent, but I just thought it sounded stupid, so I stopped doing that. What is he doing? Whatever he's doing, he's making a balls up at it. Nice to have been in some sticky situations with them coaches, you know. They're not very easy to turn around when you've dropped a clanger. And I've dropped a few. Christ, we stop start, what's going on here? Come on, missus. This is where this comes into its own, that roll on power. We'll have a left here. A bit of fun there, officer. Let's have 5 minutes here and enjoy this countryside. Electricity substation that's full of gravel. Catch you in a bit. What are you up to? Want a biscuit? Sit then. Come on then. Look at the size of them bloody danglies. Jesus Christ. That's what you call a pair of bollocks. Right, let's go. A nice few pictures there. I've only put this bloody sat nav on because I never use it. Right, let's continue. Nice weather today, but it's still a bit bloody windy. It's all this open countryside, isn't it? Get out. Be flying my visor in my helmet. You never know what you're going to see on roads like this, do you? There's gravel here, bloody hell. Again, I've said it once, I'll say it again, in fact I'll say it 1,000 times. This is the essence of motorcycling. Not seeing who's fastest between roundabouts and bypasses. Don't interest me that, as I'm sure you all know by now. cracking little bit, that, isn't it? Going under these trees. They're quite lucky to live in areas like this. Either quite lucky or quite rich. Just tend to be a bit snatchy sometimes, this throttle. Be really gentle with it. That's in standard mode. I mainly only leave it in standard mode because it's enough, to be honest. A mode is very snatchy. B mode I find a bit too soft. So we'll go a bit middle of them, leave it in standard. I think you're going to know these areas almost as well as me by the time you've done. This is Thurgoland again. Since I've been riding more, you know, I'm finding myself wanting to ride more, if you know what I mean. Really enjoying it. Get over there. There's always one dickhead, isn't there? Standard of driving a lately is just disgusting. Gravelink road again. Through some more tree lineage, yeah. And into Wood Green. Another roadwork sign. This is coming into Stainborough. I've got quite a bit of editing to do. I've got about 6 videos I think lined up, or 6 recordings. It's a good job I'm more comfortable with it, isn't it? Nice bends on here. Not fast bends mine, but still some nice bends. Well, not fast for me anyway. Acceleration on this is just brilliant. nice little bit. Back into a 30. The Cock Inn. Nice pub that. Can we sneak through here? I think we can. M1 motorway is down there to us right. We can't see it because all those trees, but it's there. The scene of many problems lately. There's been a lot of accidents on it. That's Birdwell Obelisk, if you can see that. No idea what it is. It's been there since beginning of time, I think that. It's a rarity being able to get straight out of there and all. That quick shifter's definitely better since I've adjusted that chain. It's not as snatchy. Probably one of the best things I ever fitted, that quick shifter. That's another eBay find. The guy that had it said it had only done 4 miles. He bought a Tracer brand new and it came with it as part of a deal and he didn't like it, so he set off from dealership. Said I might be back in a minute, and sure enough after 4 miles he went back and made him take it off. Don't know why, but he did. He just said he didn't like it. Not been down here for years and years. This was Woodwalk heading towards Wunwell. This used to be main road, this into Wunwell before they built that bypass. We're going to turn on this one. Duffcliffe Road. This heads through what they call Wunwell Woods. Not been through here on a bike for years, if at all ever. I can't ever remember doing it, to be honest. So we'll do it today. It's a lovely road surface for a change. Not much to see behind, only trees, but still nice, isn't it? Nice and steady. It is a 60 limit, but doubt you could do it. Not in its entirety anyway. Well, watch for cars coming all the way out wrong side of the road. Car spoiling view a little bit, but there's not much we can do about that. How lovely is this? This brings us into Dove Cliff. We could turn right there where it is going, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go straight on. Quite good this, isn't it? Many years since I've been round here. Must be an old scrapyard down there, I don't know if it's still there. Probably is actually. Can't quite see. This is Blacker Hill. I used to live here many moons ago for a short time. This house here on right used to be a pub called the Royal Albert, and I lived in that house there just on right where that white van is. As I said, many moons ago, 30 years ago or so, maybe longer, 32, 33 years ago. This is now Platt's Common. Get out before that lorry comes. This factory here, not right, Metalliform. That's where I got my first job when I was 17. Started off as a fettler, and which were cleaning welding up. They had this factory as well, not right. And I progressed to being a welder. And then one morning I got up with a collapsed lung. Not through welding, it turns out I've got cysts all over my lungs. And then I've got 10 months of trouble in and out of hospital. And I finished up having an operation. And then about a few months after that, my other lung collapsed. Started off with right one, right hand side, collapsed twice. So they repaired that, got me back up to speed. And then left one collapsed. So I finished up having over 2 years off work because of that. So that put pay to my welding job. Yeah, I really thought I'd had it when that happened. I was only 18. Never been as scared in my life. Has to be said. And this is Oil Common. RTT motorcycles, that's been there some years, I'll tell you. Alright mate? You alright? Good, good. It's a lovely bike, isn't it? That's nice, that. Love, yeah, love V twins. See you later. See, that's what I like about biking community. Everybody talks to you, or mostly everybody anyway. I've been to places where they just ignore you, or where they're having willy waving competitions. I'm not into all that. I'd rather not bother. My bike's faster than yours, my bike's got more brake horsepower than yours. Well, good luck then, because I ain't bloody interested. I'll ride my bike, you ride yours. How's that sound? Feeling a lot more comfortable riding this these days, this Tracer. I keep getting the idea that it's too tall for me, but it's not. I mean, I had it lowered by 20mm anyway. Plus I had a bit of foam taken out at sea, so it's probably lowered it by maybe 30. But I think it's because I've been riding that Royal Enfield so much, which is only 800mm. This started off at 850, which I think is really tall. You can adjust it, you could have adjusted seat up to 860. You'd have long legs to touch floor on that, wouldn't you? Or I would have anyway. 29-inch legs. Royal Enfield I think is 800mm or 804 to be precise. That CBR I think it's 780. I can flat foot on that way of bending my legs. Can't wait to get that on road again. We're going away this weekend, so I don't think I'll be able to get it in while next week. So I'll have to bob down to the local bike shop, see if they can book me in, either for a morning appointment or maybe a Saturday. And we'll see what happens. 67.3 miles to gallon. That's not bad at all, that is it? And we've done 4,935 miles, which could be higher. But you know, you've got two bikes, you can't ride them both together, can you? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little ride with me. If you have, can you pop a like on? I do appreciate it. And also on the subject of appreciation, I'd like to mention that I do appreciate every single one of you that watch my videos. All the subscribers, even people that watch and don't subscribe, I do appreciate that. Because I never expected it. That road's closed, missus. I never expected it. So thank you once again. And I will see you next time. Cheers.